easy sell.
Is the camera actually running now?
Yeah, we're talking, man.
We're just talking about
We're just hanging.
A lot going on today, Nick.
What's going on?
Today. Ed Murray resigned finally after his 5th accusation of molesting children while he was a foster parent. Finally, he resigned.
5th accusation?
It's his 5th since April.
Wow.
It's a new record even for a politician. Also,
All right, that's a record for a priest.
that's a record for a priest. The arena, the sports arena up at Key Arena, is going to be completed by 2020, which
that's pretty
is
big.
$600 million
That makes me so happy.
fine deal. So we have, I know who's going to be happy about that, Mr. Tim Buckley.
That would be Mr. Tim Buck.
For sure.
Dude, I'm
fan.
freaking happy. Everybody that works in Queen Anne should be celebrating right now.
It's the best thing that can happen in the city. We don't need another big monument down there and fighting with all the maritime container people and the labor unions. They're fighting it.
Well, the only problem is
transportation.
the congestion in Queen Anne. Like, it's just the way it is.
They're going to build a monorail. They're
I've been saying that.
They're going to add it. That's part of the group. They're going to add a monorail. I mean, in other words, they'll have high capacity satellite parking areas yet to be determined.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. So
Is that going to be open at 2020, or do you think
that might be 2 years longer?
Okay.
So, put it this way. People live in that area already, and there's rock concerts there filled to capacity, like weekday in and day out.
Right.
It isn't like it's gridlocked. You know, it isn't like it's killing the neighborhoods. You know, the businesses are doing well, and it's part of Seattle. I think it's the best thing to happen to this town.
Well, that was the big deal, right? Because it was between Soto and Queen Anne, and we were like, no, seriously, needed to be Queen Anne for us.
6 million people are out of power in the state of Florida alone.
6 million.
6 million people. They said that 25% of the houses in Key West, from Key West up to Alamorada, 25% of the homes are destroyed. That's a big number. 1 out of every 4 homes. There's homes everywhere.
Destroyed, like completely?
Like destroyed, like roofs blown
Decimated.
out and like in hell. Destroyed. That's the initial report.
It's
Yeah,
tough, man.
that's bad.
That is tough.
Feel badly for
How's that Jose storm doing? Is it
downgraded category 2. Doesn't
Okay.
seem to pose any great threat. Jose
It's also veering east, isn't it? It's not really coming towards.
doesn't seem to be the bad one.
Yeah.
Interesting, there's typhoons in the Philippines that are up to people's necks. We get all the news.
What?
We get all the news because of hurricanes. But in that hemisphere, I think typhoons are what we call hurricanes.
Yeah.
Where is that again? Philippines?
Philippines, and I saw pictures of people like up to their neck and
Adults?
The generally they're not as tall as us. Let's face it.
Still, the kids must be
Still,
drowning then.
it's a bad deal. Philippines are in trouble. Politically, they appointed a
This is great.
real.
This is the news. This is fucking the news with Doc today.
The news according to Doc. Here we go.
The new White House communications director is a real hottie.
Oh, she's hot?
She's young.
She's
A
young.
new one today?
She's pretty.
Oh wait, what about what's her name?
Her eyebrows look like
They
caterpillars.
changed again.
What's? Oh, did they really?
She's been the interim director since Scaramucci left.
She had, yeah, she,
Okay.
That was I thought it was.
yeah.
Same girl.
She has a pretty good name. Right?
Is it like Holly Helm or something?
No, it's Hopkins.
See, her eyebrows look like woolly caterpillars crawling across her. She's got the
Yeah,
worst
that's-
eyebrows
wow.
ever.
Wow.
But she's pretty.
Well, she's the spokesperson.
The news,
Gotcha.
the news,
The news with Doc.
news with Doc.
Here's your Doc.
Not exactly Alex Jones.
In other news,
News at 4:45.
Ed Murray stepped down.
Oh, we
Yeah, we do.
covered
Yeah,
that.
we covered
Okay.
that one
Oh
first.
man, I was in the bathroom.
I don't know.
Yeah, we covered that and the
We
molestation.
didn't catch that story.
I know.
Now.
I know.
What else?
What else we got?
What else we got?
Oh no! Don't go to the paper. I need you.
No, we weren't.
Oh, yeah.
Hard hitting, man.
I'm just gonna go right to the news. The Pope fell and has a little mouse on the side of his face.
How'd he fall?
I don't know. You know, popes by their very nature are elderly. You don't get a lot of youthful, vigorous popes. You know, by the time you become pope, you're about older than me. And so the Pope fell, has a little mouse next to his eye. And how would that happen? Why would that happen? You know, it's embarrassing.
I don't know. We just have a lot of people around him all the time, holding him up and shit, like walking with him.
Yeah, so the Pope guy has this.
He's a human,
injury.
right? Humans fall.
Oh, and then National Football League. National Football League last night in Monday Night Football.
Yes.
Adrian Peterson, one of the great running backs of
Yeah.
all time, who was traded as like kind of chattel. He was like traded in a bad way because of the beating of his child a couple years ago and injuries to his knee. They kind of threw him to the wayside. He goes to New Orleans, and in the first game they rushed him 6 times for 18 yards against his old team. And halfway through the first half, he's going, "Why am I not in there? Why am I not in there?" And he gives the coach, Sean Payton, the biggest dick eye I've ever seen in my life. He did. I mean, you look it on the video. It is TMZ.
Let's run some tape here of that clip. Quote, "Dick eye." by
Dick
Doc.
eye.
The
Dick eye.
biggest dick eye I've ever seen. Then afterwards, because everybody is now lying, they can't tell the truth to save their life. After the game, the reporters go, "It seemed like that was a heated exchange between you and Adrian Peterson." And Sean Payton goes, "That wasn't a heated exchange, honestly. You know, we were just talking, we were in the heat of the moment." I go, "What do you think you are, Pete Carroll?" You know, it's like when Sherman does something, they go, "We weren't really arguing."
No, we're just talking about it loudly. With difference of opinion.
I don't know, but that was a bad. That was a bad look. It was a bad look for Adrian.
Yeah.
Because it's a new city, new players, new fans. You know, I wouldn't have done that. Wouldn't have done it. So now we'll take a commercial break. This is sponsored by Oktoberfest IPA
And Abeloff's.
and Abeloff's
And Abeloff's
Deli, where
famous
you
deli.
can go to have the time of your life.
And featuring cheeses of Nazareth.
Featuring cheeses of Nazareth. I'm
right.
Guy Dietrick.
And I'm John
Otherwise
Sanderson.
known as Bunny Pantaman, and he's John Sanderson. Welcome to Buckley's.
Welcome to Buckley's.
All right, I can call it there.